I am not a black American. I'm an African American. In America, you are seen as black. However, geopolitically, we're seen and treated as African. Africa is the global cash cow. Not only has the land itself been exploited, also its indigenous people and their descendants. The same reason why we still experience economic exploitation, inequality, and injustice is the same reason why the Congolese, Afro-Caribbeans, and Afro-Latinos still experience the same hardships.
Wow guys, welcome back to my channel Yano Show KE. Hope you're good, hope you're fine. So guys, I just want to appreciate you guys for the support you're showing my channel. For the new subscribers, let's feel at home and I welcome you guys with home heartedly. So guys, I just want to talk about this story about African Americans have now come out clearly to give a strong message to the people that are saying that they are not indigenous Native Americans. So this African Americans have come out clearly now to there are some of the people that have reacted replying to the message of people that were that commented on the videos telling them that they are not Americans. So they have come out clearly now to reveal and to show and to with anger to reply to these messages. So they are saying that they are the Native Americans and their home is America. So they and they are telling the Caribbeans and Africans that America is home. So guys, here are some of the reaction about this story. Don't go anywhere, just subscribe, like, comment, and share.
I think I'm qualified enough to make the videos that I make. I don't have to say why or how. I will say that I've had a lot of conversations, private and publicly, with a lot of women. In doing so, I've learned a lot. And the moment you open your mouth and people start listening, that qualifies you and that makes you experienced. So hopefully that answers your question. Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of people out here who benefit from my videos. And one little comment or two little stragglers coming in here trolling, that doesn't do anything for me. But I'm going to make sure that it's very, very clear that you don't have to be Ghanaian or Nigerian to be able to speak on topics that are related to them. And it's not just Nigerian and Ghanaian, it's African men in general. They do not like to be taken care of. The responsible, respectful African men do not like to be taken care of. And that was the purpose of the video. If these ladies are opening their wallets and they're freely giving to these men, and there is no benefit to them in doing so, they just taking care of them because they want to have a man, half a man is better than no man at all mentality, then this is what this video is for. Like I said, if you're doing this, you're going to fare badly. You're going to wind up with a broken heart because what that man does not care neither here nor there. If he comes in and he uses you up and you lose all the money that you have today and you have nothing, you'll see how fast he'll be out of there. Let's just keep it realer than real. Does it happen in the States too? Yes, it does. But we're not speaking about the States. We're speaking about long distance relationships. If this conversation or this video that I did before this response video was about that, then I would have no problem talking about that. We're American women. We don't need to be educated on something that we already know about. We're educated on things that we do not know about. So there's your answer.
So I was at the club in Bangkok and I met this guy and he was African, Nigerian, but he was living in, I guess he was raised in the UK and I don't know if he was like first generation, second generation, but he was Nigerian living in the UK. So then he asked me, we're talking for a little bit. He asked me like, oh, so what's your ethnic background? And he already knows I'm American at this point. So I say, I'm American. That's my background. He's like, why do you Americans always say that? Why do you Americans always do this? He's like, that's like me saying, I'm English, I'm British. I'm like, no, that is not like you saying you're British because you're Nigerian and that's where you're from. But literally, I said, I'm American. As far back as I can trace, I'm American. So I'm going to say I'm American. I'm not. He's like, just say you lost track. Just say you don't know. No, nigga, I know. I'm American. Like, people will try to hype you out of being where you're actually from. Like, it's really crazy to me. Like, nigga, I'm American. Like, fuck out of here. Do your research. Everybody trying to tell Black Americans where they're not from and what they can say and where they not. Like, nah, nigga.
I'm African American. I can speak like this. I'm tired of those bill collectors calling me every day, asking me for money. I am so sick of them. But it feels more natural and more comfortable for me to speak like this. I'm sick of them bill collectors calling me every day, asking me for money. I'm so tired of them. Yes, it's called a dialect. And guess what? They are both valid and proper and rule back.
I am not a Black American. I'm an African American. In America, you are seen as Black. However, geopolitically, we're seen and treated as African. Africa is the global cash cow. Not only has the land itself been exploited, also its indigenous people and their descendants. The same reason why we still experience economic exploitation, inequality, and injustice is the same reason why the Congolese, Afro-Caribbeans, and Afro-Latinos still experience the same hardships, irregardless of admixture, language, or religion. From a geopolitical perspective, we're all perceived and treated the same. As long as the continent of Africa is viewed as exploitable, none of its descendants will receive respect, equality, or reparations from anybody. When you label yourself African American, you are not disregarding your American identity. You're acknowledging your solidarity with the African diaspora and highlighting your American identity. Identity is political. Because we're all viewed the same geopolitically, it's either one of us or none of us. Standing in solidarity with our brothers and sisters is the only way that we're going to receive true equality. We may be from different nationalities and culture, but because the world perceives us as Afro first, and we were African first, we put Afro on the front.
You're not Black American, so we don't ask for options. Asking for options? Who said anything about asking for options? What are you talking about? But I do agree that I'm not Black American. Never once claimed to be a Black American. Never will I claim to be a Black American. I'm not having an identity crisis the way that so many of you are. I am an African American, a proud one at that. But y'all need to stop talking about us. Let me hold your hands while I say this. Everyone is talking about y'all. The whole world is watching, observing, and talking about y'all. Even Black Americans are talking about y'all. Because y'all keep making a fool out of yourselves and giving us reasons, not just one, reasons to talk about y'all. So if you really want us to stop talking about y'all, then start acting right and stop making a fool out of yourselves publicly in our faces. Yeah?
Now, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm African American. Now, y'all make sure to take a couple pictures so your church looks diverse. Now, I'm a mocha cappuccino talking to vanilla lattes right now. Now, I'm Black. How many of y'all know there's a difference between spankings, whoopings, and beatings? I guess you could call me the black sheep of this congregation. I got spanked growing up. I asked my dentist to make my teeth whiter so I could blind cops when they pull me over like, ah. Now, I'm a melanated, caffeinated brother. I grew up on rap music. I know y'all ain't seen You Got Served. Raise your hand if you've listened to a rapper who isn't named Lecrae or Kanye.
So, there's a lot going on in the world. Lozart, holla at me. I'm on all platforms. Instagram is Lozart_Chicago. Facebook, of course. You know, you need that for your family and people and things like that. But I just had a quick message. Very, very quick message. Not even to hold you for too long. I am not a Jamaican. I'm not a Haitian. I'm not Nigerian. I'm not Ghanaian. I'm not South African. I'm not Kenyan. I'm a foundational Black American. I know where I come from. That's all.
Well, I was trying not to have to come back on here, but it's really getting to be annoying and very concerning with me because it reminds me of so much of how our people let themselves get lured into being divisive over nonsense. Whether we're talking about what happened in the United States, justice, 2024 with the election, and I saw people coming on here. Some of them maybe resembled my style, or they had on a bonnet, or they had dreads and they were African, so that legitimized them, or they had an accent, or they were from the hood, or or they were more conservative and had on a suit and a tie. Whatever, and this is something you need to think about now. Whatever the look and the appearance or diaspora was when it was black, African, you name it. Hell, they even throw some Latinos up in there. Why? To keep us divided and going at each other over bullshit. It's sad, it's pathetic. Something for the foundational black Americans to think about with all of that. And I'm not knocking anybody for being whatever the hell they are. I like to think that I'm all of them, to tell the truth. I think when you look at black people, we are diaspora, whether you like it or not. And it's fine for us to, you can get into us being Native American. I'm not going to argue with you on that. It's probably some people in my family that were Native that were already here. But I'm also going to concede that some people who were enslaved. Okay? I'm going to concede all of that. But here's the deal, and something we got to be real and honest about. We could be rattled up into that and beat our chests out and stick our chests out and be delusional and so forth, but we ain't running shit like we should. The people, even on the African continent, are right now Burkina Faso. We celebrated, we honored him. I said this in my last video. These white supremacists, these Westerners, don't like that. They can't stand that. Okay? So African brothers and sisters, please slow down a little bit. FBA, slow your ass down a little bit, y'all. We can have intelligent conversation, but don't ego trip, because that's what they did to the Native Americans. All you got is maybe a few black and white pictures that show some black people that look my complexions and so forth. But what the hell do we own? We're not owning shit. So you can be foundational, you can be black, you can be an African person and come here and start your own business, have a community, your restaurant, but technically don't own shit, because guess what? Your Cameroon, Kenyan, neighborhood, Nigerian, or whatever can be just like what they did with us. Because contrary to what you believe, brothers and sisters, black people know a thing or two, the formerly enslaved, about having a damn community. Please learn the damn backstory. Stop looking at black people through them racist white eyes and coming over here. Because I've come across, I had to check out a brother, put a brother in check who was from a Caribbean country that I used to work with. He wouldn't run in his mouth. I had to check his ass. I said, listen, hold on. Before you come at black people with that bullshit, do some homework and do your history. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, and a whole lot of other shit that went on. And they're going to do the same thing to you too. So your Cameroon, Kenyan, Nigerian, look at where they're going after the Haitians. We are a majority, people. Non-white people, brown people, black people, we are a majority. If anything, whatever the hell you call yourself, learn. Your grandparents or forebears or spirits probably looking at your ass shaking their damn head on both sides. Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Have y'all learned any damn thing? That they divided us on this continent called America, United States of America, the country? That's how they were able to take over those lands? Same thing over in Africa. Have we learned any damn thing? I mean, come on, people. So, grow the hell up and stop with this bullshit. Both sides, either side. We are all of that and some. We are world class. Global. We're every damn where. What the hell are you talking about? Like I said, I can imagine our forebears, if there's such thing as a spirit or whatever that's looking down on us, like I said, shaking their damn head like, what the hell is wrong with you? We wish you had what y'all had. Get y'all shit together. Shut the hell up and work together. Because MAGA, ICE, last time I checked, when they're deporting people, they're not deporting Caucasians like talking about it. They're deporting brown skinned people. Last time I checked, they also ran a story where they're going after the Nigerians. Brothers. And guess what? FBA. They coming after your ass too, one way or another. Last time I checked, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that the people that got lynched, because that's something else that's pissing me off that we ought to be talking about. This shit is crazy. Y'all, there are lynchings that are going on right now. There are black women, 34, probably, I think, somebody said 34, somebody said 100. It doesn't matter. Of black people, most of them black women missing in Washington, D.C. people. I don't know whether it was a Kenyan, and I'm willing to bet you they don't give a shit about whether you are a Kenyan. They don't give a shit whether you one of the people from Africa and you got your business or whatever, and you on this damn page looking stupid, going back and forth with black people. FBA. They don't give a shit about your FBA shit. I'm not making this shit up. This is really happening. This part, we don't have to argue over. We don't have to argue over this shit. This is happening like right now. And all they need, 2026, and then I'm going to shut up. 2026 midterm elections, they're already doing it in Texas because they know some Negroes down there that's doing what this African versus FBA bullshit. Yeah, look at them. We got them going now. Look at them, stupid Negroes. We got them. We really gonna get them now. Yeah. That's what's up, people. And on the continent of Africa, they do not like what's happening in Burkina Faso. They are already coming at this brother. So y'all need to shut this shit down. Enough is a damn enough. I don't have a problem with calling your ass out on either side. Shut the hell up and get the damn work. Because our forebears are watching us. They deserve better. Wherever side of the planet you come from. Whatever the hell you call yourself. You came from something that didn't have what you got today. And would have loved to have had the opportunity that we got right now where we can come together and say, man, fuck all that bullshit. We know what's up. And they know what's up. That's why they want to keep this shit going. That's why they want to keep this shit going, y'all. But I'm one of those people. I ain't stuck on stupid. Brothers and sisters, you might want to tighten up. You might want to read some COINTELPRO. You might want to, brothers and sisters from Africa, y'all might want to read up and brush up on your history. I'm telling you. We got a lot more in common. Yeah, we're different. We got different experiences, yeah. But guess what? We got a whole lot in common too. And believe me, there's strength in numbers. This is real deep, y'all. Check out Francis Wilson. Check out Dr. Neely Fully. This is deep. The psychology of this white supremacy, white nationalism, y'all, this is very, very deep. And I guess because I'm well-based in looking at that and that's observing with my own eyes and life experiences, I'm telling you, this is what up. This is real. This is not conspiracy theory because it is happening. They're telling you right now what's up. That's the thing that gets me. They're actually saying it out loud. And we doing this shit. So I just had to say that with all. I'm saying it with love, though. I don't want to get into, being adversarial and arguing and calling people names. I'm saying it out of love, y'all. Let's do better now. Let's do better. We are global. We're world-class people. God bless. Take care.
We're African Americans. Of course, we have no culture. No, we didn't create the music that y'all jam to all the time and steal for your own musical projects. No, we didn't create the clothing styles that the whole world utilizes. No, we didn't create the potato chip. No, we didn't create the gas mask. Nope. No African American created the electric microphone.
No African American created peanut butter. It wasn't African Americans who created the clothes dryer or the folding chair. African Americans did nothing. We did not create the blood bank. That's why when we go to blood banks for blood, they don't want to give it to us because we didn't create it. No, we did not create the folding cabinet chair. That was a woman, actually. No, we did not improve the ironing board. No, African Americans have no culture. We're not smart. We don't do anything. We're ghetto. We're stupid. All that stuff. We didn't create the home security system that you use every night. Nope. There was no African American that created the 3-light traffic system. African Americans did not create the refrigerated trucks that deliver your food to your grocery stores. We didn't do that. We didn't create the automatic elevator doors. We didn't create the color monitor for IBM computers. If you're having fun this summer with your super soaker, just remember that an uncultured African American created that. We didn't create the tissue holder. We didn't create the laser phaco, whatever that is. Oh, it says here, it's a cataract removal device. We did not create the automatic gear shift. We didn't create the dustpan, or the golf tees, or the ice cream scooper, or the lawnmower, or the mop, or the lawn sprinkler, or the modern toilet. We didn't create the reversible baby stroller. We didn't do any of that.
What's up, everybody? So that last video that I made, it was more of a jab towards the African people more than Tyler, because Tyler is going to be all right. I promise y'all she will. But it was a thing that collectively, Black Americans, we didn't initiate nothing. We didn't call no town hall meeting or nothing. But we knew not to support anybody who doesn't support our culture. And she knew that word was offensive, but she decided to use it anyway. And because of that, she had to suffer the consequences from her actions. And that's all that was, you know. And she can come back from that. She can bounce back from that. But more than that, the jab was towards the African people who can't find phantom. They just can't resonate and believe that Black Americans are part of this country and we have rights to this country and this is our country. They can't believe that. And they even told me in my comments that this country, America, is not the country for the blacks. How delusional. How delusional are you people to think that United States of America does not belong to the Black Americans? We have every right as anyone else in this country as far as citizenship. We have the same rights. We're not slaves. You know, that happened years and years ago, but in these people's mind, they just can't get past that. They can't get past that the Black Americans here in this country are no longer slaves. And because we're not slaves, we don't have to act like slaves. Our mindsets are so far removed from slavery. But Africans still associate their minds and their ways and their likeness to this day with slavery. And us Black Americans, we doing everything we can to make that part of our past that we never have to revisit. All right, y'all. But Tyler gonna be all right, y'all. She gonna be all right. But these African people, we gonna have to work on changing y'all minds, because these minds right now, I just won't say. All right, y'all. Peace out. Be blessed.
I'm an African American, darling. I've always worked it.
Growing up as a first-gen African in America and seeing Black Americans down south eat bears, frogs, and alligators, it's so fucking wild to me. Because you grow up, you hear three main things as an African when it comes to like an African cultural slur. You know what I'm saying? You use an African booty scratcher, you live in a hut, and you eat monkeys and frogs and snakes and shit. And then you grow up about 20 years later and you see your fellow Black Americans in America just chowing down some bear arms, an arm of a bear, eating asses of alligators and fried frog arms. Then you grow up and you're like, I didn't even know that Black Americans ate like that. And then you find out people in Florida and down south have been eating like that for years. So what is we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I went through all of that torment for nothing. I'ma just get to 30 and niggas is just casually eating alligator on my TikTok live and stuff like nothing ain't happened 20 years ago. That shit cracks me the fuck up. That cracks me up. It does. It does. And it cracks me up because niggas is gonna eat whatever they want, regardless. Whether if it's some real ass, monkey ass, or a bear ass, or an alligator ass.
I'm an African American, darling. I've always worked it.
The only place that my people know of being from is right here in America. Okay? South Carolina, New York, Kentucky, Indiana. Boom. Boom. That's it. My people are 100% absolutely American. A whole different kind of Native American. You know, we might be on to something. I made that video because my mama swore now that her grandma's Blackfoot Indian. My ancestry DNA carries me back to 90% the continent of Africa. So whenever we got here, my people, when we got here from Africa, we've been here ever since. We've been here ever since. I am, by definition, 100% full-blooded African-American woman, and I would rather be no other way. I love it. I love everything about being a native African-American because that's what we are. That's what we are. If our people are the ones who worked the land, if our people are the ones who built this thing into what it is, we are native. We are just as native to this as the native are to that. We built this, okay? We worked this land. We fought to be here and we fought to stay here. I love being a full-blooded 100% African-American woman. And there's a way that I want us to walk and talk and live our lives. And like I keep on saying, if we just continue to let our light shines, love ourselves, heal ourselves, we will heal this world. We will carry us into a new earth just with our love. I believe it 100%. That's why we need to tap in. Everybody else too. But especially those of us, if you know you are native to this land here and this is all you got and you want to make the best of it for your children and your children's children, let's just love ourselves and take care of ourselves, embrace healthy choices, healthy relationships, lock in with your creator, get yourself out in nature. I don't know. That's just a message. I love you, sis. Mwah.
Let's delve into the psychology of Africans. See, Black Americans are loved on the world stage, but Africans are not. So when an African presents themselves to another group of people, they typically act like a Black American because they know they'll be accepted if they act like us. And this isn't just true of Africans, it's true of everybody in society, especially Latinos, especially anybody with a little bit of melanin. They act like Black Americans because they know they'll be socially accepted. But now that we're delineating, we're leaving them to their own vices. We're leaving them to be creative and social on their own because we're separating ourselves. So the group of people that are heavily affected by our delineation are Africans because Africans have identified with us for so long, socially. All of our wins we have associated with Africa, but we're not doing that anymore. So they can't just talk like us and act like us and think that they're going to be socially accepted because now we're making it clear we're not them.
I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to tell y'all this, but I am not white. I am not white. This is not white. This is black and beautiful. You hear me? The next person that say that, I ain't gonna do nothing. But still, like, come on. It's Black History Month.
African American. I'm the definition of African American.
And troublesome and
see, that's what the boule looks like. That's how they perpetuate the African American stereotype to the indigenous American people. Our people got to start catching on to these plays when they do that and start calling them out in the public for real.